$300,000 in medication out the back door. This is the arrest.
It's just in general, it's the same type of medication.
Okay.
It's diabetic medication for the most part. They go another route for prosecution. That's over $300,000 in convoluted investigation. Okay. Basically, in essence, I interviewed him today. We took inventory in the store, in the pharmacy. We had a bad inventory, which prompted us to conduct an investigation. That investigation unraveled that we had multiple incidents where he was walking out with unpaid products from the store. Medication. We're able to identify most of the medication. Unfortunately, some of it we were not because of the way that it was positioned in the camera view.
The following is real body camera footage obtained through a public records request. It has never been published before now. Port Charlotte, Florida. A Winn-Dixie pharmacy runs a routine inventory and comes up almost $100,000 short. Not cash, medication. And the only employee with the keys to move it is standing behind the counter.
Medication. We're able to identify most of the medication. Unfortunately, some of it we were not because of the way that it was positioned in the camera view. It was a little difficult to ID. Okay. So we were able to identify $84,000 where he either concealed it while in the pharmacy or he placed it in the little back room that's in the pharmacy. Then this morning, I resumed surveillance to see if that product was going to potentially go to another pharmacy or somewhere else. He drove from his house back to the store. In the interview, he does admit to having 10 packages of Tresiba, which is a diabetic medication, at his house, which he's willing to return.
Loss prevention pulls the records while the deputy stands by. Every number on the printout is medication the computer says should be on the shelf. Row after row of it is not. And the man with the keys is still on shift.
Do we have a name for the rest of the medications that he took right now?
Yeah, let me see if I have it here. Be interested in handling the Detective Bureau, or they go another route for prosecution. That's over $300,000 in transactions, suspicious transactions that he has processed with no customer present, charge the insurance, the medical insurance for.
The list keeps growing as they talk.
And ultimately left with the product. Now, the one thing...
So, in addition to theft, he's also charging other people's insurance information for about $300,000,
over $300,000.
of more prescription, and he's taking that product with him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Separate.
So it depends on the day. Some days he would process prescriptions for that same product that he took on another day. So it's all convoluted. In general, it's the same type of medication.
Okay.
It's diabetic medication for the most part. Ozempic, Trellis.
It's a test, but it's TFST.
So another thing that I identified, and I'll make sure to share with the detective, there's 129 medications that were dispensed since July to current, where he ended up utilizing his credit card to pay for the copay or paid cash.
Or is it just the ones? Okay.
Yeah, it's not normal.
I would think that
and
there'd
then
have to be a paper trail
another
for
thing
everything.
that's not normal is every time that you dispense medication, you have to put the label of the medication
Right.
on the product. He does not put the label on the product. So he'll put one label outside the bag, but not on the actual product, which leads me to believe that the product's being diverted to be sold somewhere else. So the minute that you put that label on there, it's pretty hard to rip off.
Related to this investigation, yes.
Okay. So this investigation was initiated after the store took physical inventory and the pharmacy came back with an elevated amount of shortages in medication.
Central 318, can you react to this fraud?
Sorry, continuing.
As a result of that, initiated that conversation along with a witness that sat in. His name is Paul Ingalls. During that conversation, Carol's admitted to approximately $75,000 in merchandise theft. He also stated that he was North Port. In the interview, I tried to see if he would admit any product to that pharmacy. And when I mentioned the friend's name, he sighed. And then he said, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So there's two friends. I have a whole org chart on him.
How long have you been tracking this?
About 3 weeks. We put all this together in 3 weeks. It's been a lot of weeks.
I was on vacation for 1 week.
So what you're saying is it would have been a week, week and a half if
No,
you went
I
on
worked
vacation.
through it. I worked through it.
That's his wife.
Associates?
No, that's his. Yeah, that's his.
All right. So just to clarify, this was your wallet in its entirety. This is your lunch bag. Anything in here that I need to know about? Any weapons, drugs, or sums of money? Okay. Are you okay with me going through it really quick?
What is in that bag decides the rest of his night.
I'm sorry?
There's drugs I need to put back.
There's drugs in here?
Yeah, but not controls or anything.
They go through it item by item and set each one out on the desk where he can see it. Each label gets checked against the log. The count on the desk keeps climbing.
So it's controlled substances for that pharmacy product?
There's no controlled substance in it.
Okay.
No. There's just some kind of injection. I was planning to put back in the other fridge.
The search moves to the office where he kept the keys. Detectives open every drawer he had access to and lay out what comes out of them.
What was?
It's empty.
What is the box?
Yeah.
Okay, well. I can't make that determination, and now I wish I had some gloves on, so.
What they find goes straight into the report.
I'm not going to ask you any questions as far as what's going on right now. I'm just going to make you aware of the process at this point going forward. With what we have going on, a detective's been called out. They're gathering statements from the loss prevention persons right now. Once they're done with that, okay, can you take them out for me just so I can see them?
He watches. There is nothing left to explain.
Why can't I just go home?
The questions get shorter. The pauses get longer.
Right now they're alleging criminal accusations, and with that you being charged with those, we're going to be taking you back for an interview and then going from there. So
I'll be taking it for an interview
and then more than likely, depends on the totality of the interview and what's going from there. More than likely, if they do find probable cause for your arrest, then you'll be going to the jail tonight.
أنا ما أعرفش حتى where are we gonna go now?
Right now we're going for, once the detective's done with his interviews, we'll be going to our office, and then from there,
So now am I leaving the building or like meeting?
you will be leaving the building. Not just yet, but you will be leaving the building.
Okay. Nice.
So, yeah, we're good. I don't know if you saw my text or not, but...
No, sorry, sir. My phone's in the car.
Okay, so I asked for consent to search this. I got consent to search. I checked the inside of it, and there's more... It looks like more product on the inside.
More product inside?
Yes.
Okay.
The interview is over. No more explanations to give. He stays in the chair in the office where he kept the keys. Nobody in that office is in a hurry now. The store has closed around him. 5 years with the keys down to the last few quiet minutes in this office. Everything he said tonight is written down now. The rest of the night is not his to decide.
Here, before you sit down all the way, let me grab the seatbelts really quick so you're not sitting on them.
He admitted the product. He never admitted the insurance claims.
Well, you got the magnets, friend.
Yeah, well, jail did not want to cooperate with the magnets. So, obviously, had 3 trips down there last night, so I don't think they were the happiest when I got to the 3rd trip.
That's what it is.
Yep. You know me, I like working.
The paperwork will take longer than the arrest did. The final numbers. $84,000 traced through the records. $75,000 admitted on tape. And with the insurance count, an estimated $300,000 in stolen medication. Most of it insulin and diabetic supplies, the one thing his customers could not skip. He asked to go home. He left the building in handcuffs instead. Booked into the Charlotte County Jail that night, with the county's confirmed loss listed at $94,000. 5 years of trust, sold out the back door one shredded label at a time.